Hello, let's do a waffle video, even though the recycling truck just came down this one-way street and will probably be coming back the other way, so it'll be a noisy waffle video. Been a little while since my last one. I think my last one was just before I went in for my umbilical hernia operation, which I was then off, yeah, God, and then I was off for what turned out to be 4 weeks, which, oh, here, I'm gonna try turning, gonna shut the window and we'll see if that helps. Yeah, so I was off for 4 weeks. I ended up watching like 6 or 7 Jean Arthur movies, which was really cool. I really love Jean Arthur. I think it was like the earliest one I saw was like a silent one, which he only had a bit part in 1925, all the way up to the 40s. And I really like Jean Arthur. Probably best known for Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and a couple more Frank Capra movies. The more the merrier. I think that's Frank Capra, which I actually didn't watch this time because I'd already seen them, and I taped. From TCM had a kind of, they have streaks of they'll just focus on an actress, and it was just sort of a little kind of a snapshot of her career in that period. She only goes up to like the 1950s before she retires, and yeah, it was really cool because I got to see Jean Arthur, but also I got to see all sorts of different kinds of pictures and kind of different kinds of just sort of reflections on the society at the time, which is always the other part that I enjoy. So maybe I'll do a video on that. I don't know. I also watched the end of Better Call Saul, which if you are someone who watched Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul is the, might I say, miraculous prequel to that show, which actually I hesitate to say at this point, but it was really good. And it was, for me, it was all the stuff that one kind of fan would call the boring lawyer stuff, all the stuff with Kim and Chuck that Saul interacts with. Just like, it's one of these shows where you live within these characters, and whenever I hear people talk about the show, they're always like, oh, and hopefully Kim, who kind of, she and Saul kind of enabled each other into their worst selves. It's like we're all kind of imagining futures for them after the show is over, which is, any kind of work of literature where you keep on thinking about the characters and you keep on imagining what's going to happen next with them. I think that's a real good sign that they did a really good job of making those people, those particular flawed people, really live for you. Yeah. I mean, booktube wise, I guess I started this channel, so I did that, but not too much else. I definitely, my energy levels have not been what they have been, and now that I've had my first 2 days back at work, I'm gonna have to just see how much I do. I do have some reviews. I have this bad habit of doing a review and then just letting it lie, until it's like, God damn it, I'm gonna release this book and I'm not actually going to remember the book. I'll have to actually watch the video to remind me of the book, and I'm going to release it, and people might comment on it, and then I'll be like, I don't remember the book, but I just released the review video on it. That's embarrassing. But I'll probably just suck it up and do that. I'm continuing with Piers Anthony, who is a childhood author. Early teen author of mine that I have conflicting feelings about. He definitely falls into Garb-August, kind of reading trash in August. But he's terrible in a lot of ways, but I also have a strange fondness for him, which is probably nostalgia. Might do a video on that. Just not so much as a review as just like how I deal with Piers Anthony being lodged in my head. I might do that. Reading The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, continuing with that, it's William L. Shirer, American journalist and historian who was reporting on the Nazi regime at the time, and it's a really good book of just exactly how complicated and what a kind of a rat's nest that gave birth to and allowed something like the Nazis to rise. And yeah, I'm still very firmly, it's like in the 1933s. I think we've just had the Night of the Long Knives, so there's that. Other than that, I think going forward, I want to do a review. I want to do something about kind of my relationship with YouTube, or just kind of the weird mix of individual and group dynamics on YouTube. That YouTube is both a social platform, but it's also kind of a media platform, and it could be both at the same time. It's like individual relationship, but also like, you know, one-on-one individual relationship, but also kind of weirdly parasocial relationships where you have audiences, and audiences react to stuff, and you know, can take sides, or you know, how they treat people, but just, you know, how that affects everybody on the site. You know, as you know, somebody who's got a large channel, a small channel, a micro channel, and also just like, you know, being a viewer, being someone who's like, okay, there's some people that I've had some interaction with individually, but other people that I'm the audience. And yeah, I think that is one of these things that I had. Yeah, I think I've mentioned that before. I had a slight click on that, which is why I wanted to start over again and have comments and stuff like that, is because I feel like I'm bringing that more into my consciousness, and I'm not just kind of reacting to it, and reacting to it poorly, like I did on my old channel, being so stressed out about it, but sort of taking it with a little bit of distance. And I think maybe just making a video on that will help me gain that distance. That's the thought, at least. We'll see. I make tons of plans, and there's videos upon videos upon videos upon videos that I plan to do, and then I'm halfway through all of them, which is how things go. But this is a waffle video, so I just sit here and waffle for a bit, and then I press stop. I've been Jay. More videos later.